What's up, guys? I'm Frenzy. We're going to try to do an episode of Viewer Castles here. It's about one day after the patch 16, so I'm not sure if people have their castles updated yet. We'll try to start off with CastleFruit here, and we'll jump into it and see where he's at. I'll still give advice and stuff, and I'll still upload the video, but if you guys haven't updated your castles yet, feel free to resubmit a little bit quicker than, I would normally say. Because I kind of understand that. So currently this is in an okay position. It looks like it's only just 3 snotters though, so that's kind of a waste. Oh wait, never mind. Okay, so you have quite a long pull here. I'm surprised that actually worked out for you. So that's... yeah, I think that's okay. I don't mind that actually. That's fine. I like the pull with the Scorpio because it gives you an opportunity to pull you into that Pete Poundmore. The only thing I would say is the Pete Poundmore is kind of out in the open, so I can attack him from pretty far away. I would prefer it if he's back around the wall or something and you have something else spotting up in this area. Because you want to put Pete Poundmore kind of back a little bit farther so he's not the first thing that gets attacked. Alright, so you do have a chicken, so that means that you kind of have updated your castle at least a little bit. So that's good. So the Stairmaster's in like a wide open room like this. I know, every room is wide open. I know. Okay. Stairmasters are useless now. No, it's not bad. It looks like it was only one Stairmaster and a Scorpio. I thought I saw more than that, but yeah. It's not bad. I mean, you're coming in, the hook's coming from the bottom. I don't mind that really at all. How is this placement? It seems like if I hug this wall, your fire trap will almost never hit me. Fire traps only tickle now anyway, but I'm saying that maybe if you can, it looks like that's a little bit too close, so maybe this one is as well, to move that over 1 square. But if there was any way to move it over 1 square, it'd be a little bit better. It's not bad though. And then this is just kind of an ugly room now because of what the developers did. So yeah, normally this would be good. I'd say now it's too easy to pull back around a corner, and the reasoning for that is because there used to be a wall right here, and you used to be able to not, aggro this so easily. So if anything, I would say maybe you could pull them back kind of around this wall or something, make it a little bit harder for the hero to aggro this group, and pull back around that corner. But it's really difficult to do now, and I kind of understand that. Defending is a whole new challenge these days. Alright, so you have the mouse traps here. I don't actually have to engage here at all until I see what's coming towards me, although I'm like a little bit curious. Okay, alright. I like that. That's fine. Yeah, so you had the Scorpio to pull you through the mouse trap. That's okay. And it looks like it actually pulled me into another group if I wait around there. So that's pretty good as well. And the Zeke, I've been using him as well, so he's fine. It looked like he was on headshot, which is good. Pretty much every skill is fine with Zeke, it seems. Like if he crits, he does a lot of damage, so. I would say the second mousetrap could probably be changed up with something else. I don't know what exactly, but I don't think that anyone's gonna hit this because they've already like aggroed everything that's in here before they reach this point. So I think changing that out with pretty much anything else will do a little bit more damage or slow them more, depending on what you want. You could put a jelly wall here, you could put a big spike trap somewhere down in this area so that's unavoidable. You could use a rotating cannon. It's really up to you, but I think almost anything would do more damage or waste more time than that mousetrap there. Alright, so I'll pull through the wall here. It's pretty obvious. And then you have the Pete Poundmore. Again, the Pete Poundmore a little out in the open. I'd prefer him back a little bit more and have a Snotter spotting instead. You have the defense points to do it. Scorpio pull is fine because it pulls you into the next group if you wait around there, which is good. A lot of people, because of this placement, I almost like this placement a little bit more than someone who was pressuring you to not be in this area. Like, that's what mine used to do back in my old castle, is I used to have my fire trap over here, and what it would do is force you to stand kind of down over in here more, but then the Scorpio would never hit you and pull you into the other mob group, so I kind of like this one a little bit better. I think that's pretty good. so far I haven't really disliked anything that you're doing. Just like little tweaks might make it a little more effective, but other than that, it's pretty good. Alright, so it looks like it was just a Squidly. I don't think it could have pulled anything else. Okay, so this is a lot like my first room, except I, have a dampener because I'm higher level. And you have two puppeteers. I'm not sure what specialty they're on, but I almost think there's never a reason that you need two puppeteers in that circumstance. I think that I don't know if you can get rid of one of the snotters and maybe add a 4-point creature or something like that, because I think that's what I do in mine with the dampeners, because those are level 4 as well. But I do think that's a little overkill with two puppeteers. What do we have here? A Cyclops. Again, if you could change this somehow, I know that it's new with the patch and everything, but if you could change this somehow to be going down so I can't see what creatures are there before I enter through here. Like, before I even commit, I can see exactly what's coming. There's a Zeke, and I can even, as an archer, engage this way before and take 0 damage from it. So, it's something you have to work on a little bit with just denying vision. Obviously, you can change that up a little bit more when you have a little bit more time to, mess with your dungeon and stuff. And it looks like the same boss room that I have. So all in all, it wasn't too bad at all. This last room, if you can change it and mess around with your room setup and stuff so that it's going downwards so I can't see things, and then those little tweaks that I said. But other than that, I liked a lot of your ideas with the longer pulls with the Scorpio, and then that has the opportunity to pull you into another group. I feel like that's pretty much all we can do at this point until they give a lot of our rooms back and maybe give us some more options. So yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Pretty good castle, and it was updated, so that's pretty good as well. We'll keep going with the second castle that we'll do in just a second, so stay tuned. Okay, and for number 2 we have VirgilSeimur, or something like that. I remember that I didn't use my knight for the last one, so I have it selected for this one. I completely forgot that castle was level 17, and I should have used my knight. So I'm using my knight for this one. I still don't know the ideal skill setup for knights because everything kind of got changed, and I haven't messed around with it. I'm my main class is obviously an archer, so knight was kind of my farming class for a while because they're a little bit quicker. That's really the only reason I leveled them up to begin with. I probably double pulled already. Alright, so I know they upgraded those traps, whatever these things are called, but they're still pretty bad because you can dodge them so easily. I still prefer rotating cannon traps over this. That was actually such a long pull. There's still monsters coming from who knows where. But yeah, I guess it's not terribly bad. It probably does obviously more damage to other people than me because I have more defense than people around your level would. That being said, I think one of these shots does around the same damage as one tick of rotating cannon trap, and I feel like the rotating cannon trap is much more likely to hit than that ballistic trap, whatever they're called. So in my opinion, the rotating cannons are always better than those, but there are certain circumstances like here where you might want to throw in a spike trap that might do a little bit more damage output, or fire mines or something like that. I don't know if you have fire mines available. I don't even know if you have. I'm not sure what level you get certain traps because they kind of just became reasonably effective. Spike traps weren't effective at all before. Alright, so you have a Zeke here. The only thing I would say is obviously the vision problem here. I'm going up towards the top of your castle so I can see everything before it comes towards me. I do like these. I've been liking more and more these what do you call it, the bear claw traps or whatever. I've been liking these more and more because they do a reasonable amount of damage, and the stun is the only way that an archer will ever get a stun off, so it's not too bad. This this spring trap, this... Oh wait, that's actually a way that you can go. Hold on. Before I comment, I just want to look. Okay, and then that pulls that way. Okay, I guess that's alright. Yeah, and then you have these. I need to see like the actual way that your dungeon's going before I can comment on this too much. It looks like this is probably the dead end. So what I would almost say is... Yeah, this is the dead end. These things are actually completely skippable. When they're at level 1, and even at level 2, if you do it right, you could skip these mouse traps almost easily. The thing that I have to say is like the Cyclopses need to be set up so that they're pushing you into this to make them worthwhile in using the mouse traps. And the way it's set up now, you kind of have them flanking from behind, so I'd almost prefer a mousetrap like in here or something to push you into it, rather than over here. Obviously, if someone walks up and tries to go in here beforehand, then you aggro the Cyclopses here and they push you back into it, and in that circumstance they're okay. But currently, like, the synergy between traps and creatures isn't quite as good as you probably want it to be, and you probably should change something up a little bit in there. Alright, another pull through the wall it looks like, probably from this room. Yep, we have some archers. I guess this is alright. I don't mind it too much. I think it does work better if, you know, the person that you're trying to, the attacker goes into this room and starts to aggro this group, like you kind of want it to work out. Because then you have a lot more archers shooting down this long corridor. How it is now, if someone plays it smart and waits around for the group and like waits around this corner, the archers get like right into melee range before they're able to take a shot, so they can all die really quickly. I think maybe even flanking Cyclops would be better in this circumstance. But then you have like the problem where you have the Cyclopses that are pushing you back. Maybe you could switch them to pound and it would be better. I don't know. It's something you could kind of mess around with because, you know, like I said, the archers going into melee range like that isn't ideal. Okay, you have a little pulse set up there. This was probably better before the patch because this was probably, yeah, this wall was down to here, so it was a nice little choke for you. Obviously your hunger bots aren't level 4 yet, but let's see what this actually does. Just throws you into the boss room, it looks like. Okay, so that's fine. It's probably not going to catch anyone now. The bad dog is kind of weird as well because, you know, attack speed on a hunger bot is kind of worthless. Obviously if I get pulled though, and then you have it go off on the Jimbo or something, it's a little bit better. Like I say a lot of the time with Jimbo, it's kind of easy for him to be dodged in the boss room. I do like the heals though, I do like the Dr. Skull with heals. I think the Rebel Shieldatron was defending the Dr. Skull. So, like, in this circumstance, it'd probably be better for the hero to target down the Jimbo, and then there's really no threat whatsoever once the Jimbo's dead. The only threat, like, when you're engaging anything but the Jimbo, is that you have to pull back every couple seconds to, like, dodge the Jimbo swing. So, I don't know. Jimbo could be replaced with... Scorpio could be replaced with a Mega Mutton, although you're not at that level yet where you can place one of those down. Can't be replaced with a Pete Poundmore, but I think a Scorpio would do higher DPS and have like a more annoyance factor, I guess. If you're like against using Scorpios or whatever because they're OP, I mean, I guess the Jimbo's okay. But yeah, we'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Okay, and for number 3 we have EthanHD, level 17, so I'll use my Knight. And let's see, so far people have had their castles updated at least a little bit towards the patch, so that's good. Honestly, I don't think I give like the best advice, however. Before, like, when it was before the patch, I kind of knew what I was doing quite a bit, but now it's a little bit different. Everything's just kind of changed, I don't know. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. It was a pretty straightforward setup. Actually, like, how do you have this set up? Okay, so you have one of those, it looks like the juncture rooms or whatever? Maybe? Yeah, I think so. So that's one of the only chokes that you can get now, and it's a pretty nice one. It would work well with this. The only thing I'm thinking is that you could have it farther back in this area, and have it so I'm already in the choke itself before you have that like hook come off and stuff. I think that might work a bit better. Okay, I like this setup. The only thing is I can see like the archer bolts and stuff coming from pretty far away. Obviously you have to do that because of how you want this choke set up. You have to have it kind of... Actually you don't, because you have this area as well. So I would prefer your dungeon to start going south rather than up, if you can help it, you know. Because again, I can see this stuff before I engage it, so I can kind of hook this guy. Well, I could have hooked that guy. But, you know. Just, you know, denying vision. Super important. Again, like I can kind of pick out what I want out of this and kill it before it does any damage to me. Dodge those archer shots really nicely. And even the smelly warrior didn't even get a hit off on me. Alright, so it looks like it's probably down this way. Nope. Okay, so I mean again with the vision. You want your castle to be going down towards the south or down towards the left. Like this one's down towards the left a little bit, but before your monsters, like you can see, if I was going down towards the left, like I don't have that much vision down here, but as soon as I get into the room I see absolutely everything up here. It looks like that hunger bot isn't... Yeah, I'm just gonna have him. Well, I'm still unsure of the ranges on all this stuff because I'm kind of new tonight. Alright. So yeah, I feel like these setups all would work just better if you had vision going towards the south instead. Okay, so this isn't skippable, but I can come around this way and kind of just like... Well, no, never mind. So that pulls before I actually get to it. Alright, well, I'm gonna pull the Dr. Skull and kill him first. This is kind of, again, a reason for vision. I could see the Dr. Skull running through the wall, and so I could pull him as soon as he came around the corner. So he didn't really get any resurrects off because of that. Looks like you have a pull trying to be set up. The problem with this pull is that there's two ways to enter, so there's no way for you to 100% get this pull off, like, every time. Because I can... There's so many angles, like, I'm not sure if this castle was updated for the new patch or anything, but I'm not sure how this room was changed either. But this choke is so big that I can kind of come in from an awkward angle and never get hit by that. That worked out well though. That Cyclops pushed me back into those Stairmaster balls. Alright. So again, I mean, most of this stuff that I'm going to say is about vision, because this would work a lot better if it was in like a tight area where I'm not able to see it. But because I'm able to see everything, I'm able to focus down the Pete Pound more before killing the bad dog and all that sort of thing. Okay, so I can see that also. You know, you can notice how it's a lot easier for people when they have vision of things to be able to do these, to be able to dodge things, you know? Vision is like your biggest hindrance, 100%. I thought that guy was trying to resurrect. I thought he was on the resurrect resurrect specialization, but I guess not. Maybe the other minions weren't alive long enough for him to do it. Alright, this is interesting. So it looks like you have just the most tanky Pete Poundmore in the world, is what this is trying to do. I could see this working pretty well for you, to be honest. Yeah, definitely. Okay, now he's trying to get up. That's cool. I like how if I kite back, then it raises Jimbo up. I didn't know that actually worked. And that, like, I thought it would have a cooldown or something, where if there was no monsters in the room for a while, he would never get back up. That's pretty interesting, to be honest. I have to think about that a little bit more and see if I can use it in any setups. The thing is with Jimbo, if you don't have his overhead smash and you don't have it in a tight area, he's not that good, I don't think. I don't know, maybe he is. I haven't used Jimbo enough to really comment on how good he is. More and more people are using him, so I probably should start as well. But yeah, the boss room was pretty cool. The only thing, well, not the only thing, but the biggest thing, I would say, is your castle is constantly going up and to the right. You want it to be the complete opposite. You want to deny as much vision as possible. It's much easier to be attacking things when you can see them already on the screen. You're giving your attacker way too much information. So that's the biggest thing you should change, is just rearrange all of your rooms, and you'll have to make a few changes, obviously, and make it go down towards the south, and it'll work a lot better for you. But other than that, that's going to be the last castle that I do for today. As always, if you enjoy what I do, please subscribe, please leave a like, and if you want to be a part of viewer castles, comment in the video, comment on my castle, or email me at frenzycastleruns, giving me your in-game name and possibly your summoner level, castle level, things like that can help me out. I think that's pretty much it. For people who, submit their name and I don't run their castle right away, obviously I can't, make time to do it like within the hour or within even the day. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days, and a lot of the time I do bulk runs where like I get 12 names in a day. So obviously I can't roll out those 3 episodes one right after another, or you guys would get bored of watching it. So I roll out a video or 2 every day, and as the demand keeps increasing, I guess I'll have to roll out more and more. But if you submit your name, I will see it, so you don't have to keep submitting your name to different areas. Sometimes I have people who are submitting their names 5 times, like every day that I don't do their castle. I am getting your names, don't worry. I make a list, and it just takes me more time if you keep resubmitting, because I have to look for duplicate names and stuff like that. So, just submit your name once, I will get to it, and, give me some time. But, yeah, I'm going to end the video with that. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.